Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. This company GT Shine reached out to me and asked me if I'd be willing to take a look at some of their products and feature them in a quick little review video. And I said, of course, yeah, I'd be happy to take a look. And they sent me this quick ceramic spray. Now, these are just some microfiber towels that they also sent me. This is a little 4-pack. These are 16 by 16, 320 GSM. These do feel a lot nicer than what I usually have around the shop, just my standard little microfiber rags that I use. But I was, of course, more excited about this right here, this ceramic coating or ceramic spray. I mean, really, this is a wax alternative. I've had this truck since it was brand new. This is a 2004 Toyota Tundra double cab, and we've got over 300,000 miles. I haven't been the best at washing and waxing it frequently, but I'm gonna see what we can do as far as the GT Shine, see if that will rejuvenate this or make this look a little bit nicer. Of course, I'll tape this off and we'll just do one side versus the other. Now, GT Shine claims that their ceramic spray has the highest concentration of silicone dioxide at 15%. And really, this is designed to be a true protection against acids, alkalis, abrasives, and more. They say one coat will last about 3 months. And they also say that one bottle will coat a large sedan up to 4 to 5 times, or a truck like this maybe 3 or 4 times. But this will seal and protect paint, glass, vinyl, rubber, plastics, and more. Now, there are a few warnings on the back here. Sorry, my box got a little crushed here in shipping, but do not apply in direct sunlight. Do not allow product to sit and dry on paintwork. Only apply at one body panel at a time, and shake bottle well before using, and finally store in a cool, dry place. So what we need to do is, first, we're gonna wash the truck. You really need to remove all the surface contaminants of the paint, and so what we'll do is we'll just run a clay bar on this as well after we wash it, dry it, and apply this. Let's get the truck washed, cleaned up, and clay, and then I'll tape this down the middle, and then we'll do the GT Shine on one side and do a little side-by-side comparison once we're done. All right, well, you can see that that paint is pretty dead right now. There's really no protection on this. It's obviously been a long time since I waxed it. Now, this is the clay bar I'm gonna use. This is just a little cheap little Meguiar's kit. It comes with a little spray and wipe detailer. We just need to knead this a little bit, and then we'll flatten it out and use this right here as a lubricant to kind of help that clay glide along the surface and pick up all the contaminants. This is an important step because otherwise you're going to seal those contaminants into the paint with that quick ceramic spray. I can feel it picking up all kinds of stuff here. See, it's starting to pick up all the contaminants in the paint. So what you need to do, well, we'll flip this over, but every once in a while you need to fold this back in and knead it a little bit more and get more cleaner surface so that you can keep going. See how dirty that gets? And then we just fold that into itself. I've been doing this a few times here. Just kind of knead it again, fold it a few times, and then we got a clean surface ready to go again. Okay, that's it for the clay. We now have a really clean surface. Let's just give that a quick rinse, and then we're gonna dry it off. Now, GT Shine doesn't do anything for scratches or any surface imperfections on the paint. So if you do have a lot of swirl marks or scratches, you'll have to get the car buffed, and you're gonna wanna do that before you apply the product. And they also say that you can apply this wet or dry. In my case, I'm gonna go ahead and dry it. I saw a couple reviews and some of the things that I read on their website where it said that it will cure better or bond better to the paint if it's dry. So we've got time. I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, and then I'll tape this off and we'll put the product on this half here. You could blow this dry if you've got a leaf blower, or just let it air dry. All right, now I'm gonna put a strip of blue tape here down the middle, or close to the middle. We're gonna treat this side and leave this side untreated, and then we'll come back tomorrow after this has had a chance to cure. Now, it doesn't list it as a cure time, but it says to wait 24 hours before you apply any second coats. So I'm gonna just assume that that is the cure time before we get it wet. We don't wanna get this wet within 24 hours. All right, let's open it up. It's our little spray nozzle here. And here's the bottle of product. Comes with a little sticker here in the box too, which is pretty cool. And a little additional cap with a little flip top. If you don't prefer the spray method, I'm just going to use the spray method. All right, well, let's get this spray nozzle installed. And you see here it has a little twist lock So we just need to unlock that by turning that, and then this is ready to spray. Now again, you want to make sure that you're not in direct sunlight here and the paint is cool to the touch, which it is. And we need to shake this to mix in the ingredients before applying. It says shake well before use. Now you only want to do one panel at a time here, and it also says for dry cars, spray directly onto paintwork or onto a clean microfiber towel and spread the product evenly. For a wet car, spray directly onto paintwork or onto a GT Twist drying towel and dry your car as normal. So we're going to use the clean dry microfiber towel. We're going to spray this directly on the towel, and I'm also going to do a light spray or two here on the paint. Might take a couple pumps to get this going. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just going to do one little mist spray right here and another right there. But then you just put this on, and it's okay if you get it on trim areas. It says it's okay to get it even on glass. It doesn't feel like much product is on here. Just going to do one more quick little light. 1, 2. That should do it. So I just kind of went around the outside edge, and then I just want to make sure I apply this evenly all the way around. Now I'll tell you, along with some of the other reviewers, I feel the same way, that this stuff really doesn't feel like you're putting much on the car. There's not much resistance, it's really light. Doesn't feel like there's much product even at all on the microfiber. It almost feels like you're just pretending to do something. But that's what a lot of the reviews said, and it still seemed to work just fine. All right, and then I'm just going to fold this to a clean part of the microfiber towel to buff it. I'm just doing this section right now. I'll do the rest of the truck later, and I'm sure I'll use all of the microfiber towels on the rest of the truck, but in this case, I'm only going to use this one towel. Now we have this clean side. We can just make sure that we buff that. Make sure that there's no streaks or anything like that. All right, so you can see the treated versus the untreated side. Not a huge difference, I'm sure, on camera, but this definitely looks shinier. If you get down on the paint, you can kind of see that. Let me pull the camera down. See, the reflection is really, really great on this side. Now this side, it really isn't that bad. I'm really surprised. The paint's not as bad a condition as I thought, but it definitely doesn't have the same gloss look as this side here. And I'm sure in the sun, it's gonna also look much nicer. I'm more excited about just the protection and the hydrophobic property. Tomorrow, I think I am gonna come back and do a second coat. That was so light, it really didn't feel like we were doing much. And for the sake of the comparison, I really wanna make sure that I get a good application here. I'll apply a second coat tomorrow morning, and then we'll come back the next day, and then I'll probably wash this or rinse it off and show you the difference between this side and this side once it's done. And we'll come to a conclusion whether or not the product does what it says it's supposed to do. But it should be very hydrophobic on this side, and of course on this side you saw it was pretty dead and flat. All right, so it's day 2. I'm gonna put a second coat here on the right side. So I'm just gonna do a few sprays on the microfiber here. Just 3 on the microfiber, and then I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3 on the panel here. All right, and then I'm just gonna flip this over to the clean side or the dry side, and then just kind of buff that in. All right, that's it. That's second coat done. We're gonna just let this cure for another 24 hours, and then I'm gonna come back tomorrow morning and we'll spray this whole hood with water. I'll take the tape off, and then we'll just see the difference between the treated side and the untreated side. All right, now the second coat has had another day to cure, so I'm gonna put some water on here and we'll see how truly hydrophobic this really is, or how well protected this side is. But let me pull off the tape line here real quick for you. All right, well, let's throw some water on there and see how well it works. The white paint probably isn't the best to show this, but look at that. It will just roll right off this side here. And then this side here that's untreated sits flat. Almost no beading at all on this side. And this side, the water just sheets right off. That's what we expected, but you know, until you actually do it, until you actually see it. Well, what a huge difference. That water just sheets right off, completely hydrophobic on this side. And then over here where it's untreated, nothing at all, no beading. The water just kind of lays on the hood. Here it just it's rushing to get off there. Well, the product is working exactly as described and exactly like I've seen in some other videos, so I'm not really surprised, but pretty awesome protection for a small amount of money. Now, GT Shine claims that this will last about 3 months, and of course that's going to depend on how often you wash the truck, but I'm going to go ahead and wash this a few times and rinse it, and we'll see how well that holds up. Now here it is after 3 washes. Doesn't really seem to be affected. And then of course that side, the water still just sits on it. So this is definitely working exactly like it's supposed to. And that's it. There's a quick little review video for you on this GT Shine Quick Ceramic Spray. Now, GT Shine did send this to me for free along with these microfiber towels, and I'm real happy with how this turned out. So happy that I'm really kind of excited to go ahead and treat the rest of the truck as soon as I'm done making this video. You can see that's very easy to use. It's a nice glossy shine there, and it definitely is going to protect against water, road grime, bugs, bird droppings. You know, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. Now, they also sent me a coupon code for you guys, which is Dan the Fix-It Man 10, where you guys can get 10% off if you just go to gtshine.com, or you can click the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.